provide a context for living and are the connection we need with one another. The word empathy comes from the Greek empatheia, em meaning into, and pathos meaning feeling, suggesting that we can enter into another's feelings, whether of happiness or pain, to understand them better and to help us relate more effectively. Relationships built on mutual respect empower our ability to empathize with one another. Mudita is the Sanskrit word meaning this empathetic joy. Like when there's a college reunion or a wedding, and we can all get excited and happy and joyous along with the person being honored, and instead of feeling any jealousy or envy or derision, we can rejoice in their successful achievement. And with the cultivation of mudita, we tap into a reservoir of joy by sharing times of happiness and good fortune. And with our company of yogis and yoginis, we can share some of that joy together this morning. And our mudra is mushti mudra. Mushti mudra, fold the thumb in towards the palm and then wrap the fingers around the thumb. This mudra helps to transform those feelings of jealousy or anger into more positive, purposeful mind. So instead of an agitated mind, it gives our mind a center, a focus, and a purpose. And as we breathe, we're going to just let those mudras rest on the thigh and breathe, inhaling this feeling of empathy, understanding and connection with one another's feelings. And exhale any that indifference or apathy or jealousy. Inhale more empathy, empathetic joy, if it fills you with happiness. Exhale, letting go of anything that's not contributing to this connection of shared feelings. Another deep breath in, growing taller through the spine, rolling the shoulders up and back. And exhale, pressing into the sitting bones with muscular energy in the core. We're going to start to stretch the arms and just lift the arms up overhead. Bring the palms to touch, and exhale, bring the hands down to the sides, releasing down. And repeat with each inhale, lifting up, and exhale, releasing down to your side. And once more, lift it up, and exhale, lower hands down. And with the right hand, if that's your dominant hand, Vishnu mudra, fold the first two fingers into the palm and practice Nadi Shodhanam, this alternate nostril breathing. We're going to breathe in and out through the nostrils and close one nostril at a time. I'll tell you how. First, fill your lungs. Inhale. Close the left nostril with the fingertips and begin exhaling slowly through the right side. At the end of the exhale, inhale through the right. Wait until the lungs are completely full. And then switch. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Keep sitting up straight, lifting the shoulders up and back. And switch at the top of each inhale to begin exhaling on the next side. Inhale to the center and exhale to the opposite side. Do again to each side, inhaling to center and exhaling to the next side. And when you're finished, rest the hands again on the thighs. Feel the breath through both nostrils. Should be a little more equal now in each side. If not, don't worry. That's why we're here, to find more balance. As we progress, we can check again. Now let's open the shoulders with some shoulder rolls. Just begin moving the elbows up on the inhale and around and down on the exhale. Let your chin, head move in union with the elbows. Taking as long as you need for each breath, so there's no rush. You can start to hear interesting noises in the scapula as those areas begin to move that have maybe been frozen for a while, stuck. Good. And rest the arms down. And bring the hands behind you. Hold opposite hand to opposite elbow. And keep the shoulders back. Then start to circle the head. We're going to move the chin in a circle like you're following the hour hand of a clock. Up on the inhale. And down to 6 o'clock on the exhale. Moving and without any rush, so you can enjoy the full capacity of your lungs. Squeezing out every drop of air as you exhale. And when you're ready to change, move the opposite direction, circling as though you had all the time in the world. And this was the most important thing. Is to pay attention to the sensations in your body and the breath in this present moment. And release the arms, interlace the hands. There, sorry. Good. Have the hands behind the head. Hopefully we're still audible. Lift up the chin, tilt the head back. Inhale, open the heart. And on the exhalation, bring the chin downward, the elbows forward and around the head. Gently stretch the back of the neck. And each inhale, open the elbows again to arch up through the heart. And slowly exhale, curl in, pulling navel to spine. That's good. Keep moving up and down with your breath without pause. Just so you're fluid. That's the great. Good. You got it. And when you're ready to, rest the hands back down on the thighs. And stretch the neck to the side next by bringing the right arm up and over the head, holding on to the left side of the head, so the left ear touching the right hand to the left ear. Let the left arm hang down or hold on to the chair. So you're going to stretch gently to the right with your head. Inhale, press the head up into the hand. Use the neck muscles as resistance to the stretch. And on the exhale, let the weight of the hand add to the stretch without pulling or straining. Inhale, press the head up into the hand. And exhale, let the stretch happen organically. And keep the left sitting bone pressing into the chair. When you're ready, release and switch to the opposite side. Bring the left arm up over the head, left hand to right ear, and slowly stretch over to the left side. You can hold on to the chair with the right hand, keeping that right shoulder down, so you have a nice stretch through the right side of the neck. You're going to press up. The head presses up into the hand as you inhale. Get a little taller in your chair. And on the exhale, let the weight of the hand add gently to the stretch in the neck. And keep the neck muscles engaged as though you're resisting the stretch, but only to a mild capacity. You're not fighting the stretch, you're simply adding a little resistance. And release the side as well. Okay. And let's take the right knee. I'm going to slide to the front of the chair so I have good posture. I'm going to take the right knee, cross over the left. So we're going to have eagle legs, eagle pose, and cross the left elbow over the right elbow. And hold the shoulders. Lift the elbows, roll the shoulders back. You can stay like that, or bring the arms up and interlace the palms so the palms are touching. And draw the elbows up, the shoulders back, and the shoulder blades down and into the back. Stay like this, or gently fold forward. Each inhale, lengthening out through the crown of the head, drawing the shoulders back and shoulder blades in and down as you exhale, navel to spine. Now release, uncross, and switch sides. Left knee over right knee, and right elbow over left elbow. You can touch opposite hand, opposite shoulder, move around, or try interlacing the arms, wrapping until the palms touch. Draw the shoulders up and back, squeeze the legs together, the shoulder blades into the back, and remain seated upright. Or if you choose another variation, explore different possibilities with the pose. Maybe you can lean forward in the pose and stretch the lower back some. But try not to round in the upper back. Okay. Now, releasing the eagle pose, uncross. And widen the feet more than a hip distance. And just fold forward, sliding the hands down the shins. Inhale, lengthen up and out over the hips. And on the exhale, fold a little deeper. The hands may slide farther to the ankles, or the fingertips may even reach to the floor. Inhale, lengthen in the back of the neck and the lower back. And on the exhale, pull the navel in and just let your body fold organically. Pulsing with the breath. So there's an expansiveness to the inhalation and a surrender to the exhalation. I can empathize with those that have stiff backs. My back is often cranky, so this is a nice way to help alleviate some of that compression and tension in the lower back. Now I'm going to lift up again. Inhale, lift up to a straight back. And bring the hands behind to the back of the chair seat and press down through the feet and hands, lift up through the hips, and we're going to just keep the feet parallel and press up through the hips and pelvis. You can tilt the head back, maybe even want to rock it side to side. When you're ready, release it back down, sitting back to the chair. Good. Now I'd like you to really widen the knees to your max. Turn the toes out in the same direction as the knees. And once more, slide down, the hands coming down. And keep the left hand on the ankle or on the floor. Start to lift the right shoulder up. And now twist and open the right arm. Pressing down through the left hand. Reach up through the right fingertips and pull the right shoulder back, hollow the armpit out. Keep pressing down through the feet as though you were actually standing and doing this pose, so keep energy in the legs and feet. Enjoy another full empathetic breath. And release this side. Bring the right hand down. Slide the right hand down the right shin or ankle, or even touching the floor. Begin to open the left shoulder up, open the left arm, or if that doesn't feel good in your body, just keep the hand somewhere on your hip. If you like, open, widen the chest. Press down through the right hand or fingers and lift in the left shoulder, draw it up and back so the shoulder moves back more than the wrist. And you can use some resistance of the inner right and the back of the right elbow against the inner knee to add torque and bring that right shoulder underneath more. And you can release when you're done and lower the left hand down. And we'll come up again. Now, cross the ankle over the knee. So this is a good hip opener here. And it may be that you have tight hips like I do. I can empathize. And we're going to try and use good posture. So draw the lower back anteriorly. So there's a natural curve in the lower back. Can zipper energy up the front of the chest. So inner body bright, head of the arm bones rolling up and back. And use your good posture here to breathe into the hip. Let it feel the love. Keep the ankle from sickling out to the side. So if it's sliding down here, you want to support somehow under the outside of that ankle. So bring it up on top of the knee if possible. And activate the outer shin muscle, this peroneal muscle here that keeps the ankle from sickling to the side. Inhale, draw the lower back in, the shoulders up. And exhale, pull the navel in, and maybe you lean forward an inch. Each inhale, lengthen up and out of the waist. And each exhale, test the waters. See where your body's open today. And if it's feeling a little tight, just breathe more deeply into those areas. Empathize with them. We could spend minutes in this pose to really enjoy the full benefit. If you're feeling even more flexible and you want to go deeper over that hip, you start to walk your hands down the left shin, but you don't need to make your body uncomfortable. If it starts to feel badly, that feeling will be, of course, translated to more nervous, restless, and disturbed mental energies. So we'll lift up when you're ready to release, and uncross this side. Recross the left ankle over the right knee. And try first just to get a good straight posture. Maybe you're pulling back on that shin to draw the lower back forward. Roll the shoulders up and back. And be present with the sensation in the hips. The deeper you breathe into the hips, the more love they'll feel. The more joy you can add to the pose. And when we see a yogi who is very naturally gifted, instead of being jealous, we'll be more empathetic. Yes, even though I can't do that pose as well as they can, I can share in some of their joy that this is something that I do well, or this is something that I've strived very hard for and spent years of practice perfecting, and you can feel sharing that satisfaction.
Sharing pain.
When you're satisfied with that stretch, we're going to lift up and turn to the left 90 degrees, sit sideways on the chair, and then reach back with the left hand, hold the back of the chair with both hands. So you begin to twist. On the inhale, sit up tall, roll the shoulders up, and on the exhale, pull the navel in and gaze towards the left shoulder. Experiment with different positions of your head and neck and see where your body needs the stretch the most. And when you're satisfied, you can unwind, spin around 180 degrees. And sit sideways the other direction. Take the right arm behind to the chair back and lift up on your inhales. Draw the lower back in, shoulders back, and shoulder blades into the spine as you exhale. Play with the pose. Get all the juice, the juiciness, each possible stretch involved. Each delicious breath. And when you're finished, we will stand up and face the chair. I'm going to put it at the end of the mat. Hopefully, can also. All right, I'm facing the chair and I'm going to fold forward so the hands reach to the back of the chair. And I'm going to walk the heels back some so that the heels are underneath the hips and sitting bones. And I have an L position. I hope this looks like an L. Yes, I can see it does. Good. Press down through the palms, lift up through the armpits, and integrate the shoulder blades into the back. Also, squeeze the kneecaps, lift them up, and draw the navel to the spine so you're not sagging in the lower back, and you're not collapsing in the back of the shoulders or the back of the neck. So on the inhale, press down through the hands and feet, lift up in the back of the neck, and on the exhale, pull navel to spine, squeeze muscles to the bone. And this looks like a simple pose, but when you're doing all these actions and muscular energy, you find this is really quite a magnificent pose for toning all parts of the body. Breathe into the back of the neck so you're not, if you're tilting your chin forward to look at me, just look down so you don't have to look at me. And beautiful. Move the hands down to the seat. You can walk the feet back some. Come into more of a downward facing dog. Okay? So like downward dog, but the hands are elevated. Sort of like being at the meeting house. If you're on the incline of the ground, hands are above the feet. It makes downward dog a little easier. We're going to soften the knees on the inhale, and on the exhale, press the heels down, pull the navel up and in. You can keep that lift in the back of the neck, that lift through the armpits. Fabulous. And let's take the chest forward, so shoulders over wrists. Inhale. This is like plank pose. And exhale, draw back again to downward dog. Push the hips back, pull the navel up and in. Do this a few times like a vinyasa, inhaling to plank and exhaling to down dog. One more time to plank. This time, press the hips forward, squeeze the buttocks, upward facing dog. Lift up the kneecaps, squeeze the navel center, roll the shoulders back, and then push back again to down dog. Now step the right foot forward, try and step up onto the chair, lift up the hands, go ahead and come up with one foot onto the front of the chair seat. Then try and push the hips forward into a lunge. Inhale, relax. Exhale, draw navel in. Lunge forward with the hips. And the hands can stay here on the thigh. You're going to press down, spiral back and down through the back heel. Squeeze in through the sides of the hips, tone in the lower belly. Lift up the arms, come to warrior one, or high lunge, however you want to look at it. Roll the shoulders up and back, draw the shoulder blades down and in, and open the heart, lengthen the throat. You can deepen the lunge, go ahead, press back through that back heel more. And when you're ready to release, just lower the arms and step back with the right foot and step up with the left foot. Start with the hands on the thigh. And just see how the lunge feels, keeping the back heel grounded and spiraling back through the inner right thigh. And if you want to, lift the arms, rolling the shoulders up and back, draw the shoulder blades down and in, pull the navel in. Inhale, widen the shoulders, lengthen the throat. And on the exhale, maybe lunge a little deeper with the hips. And when you're finished, just lower the arms and rest left foot back. All right, so we'll go to wide leg forward bend, hands on the seat. So I'm going to step a little wider than the mat, put my hands on the seat, soften, unlock the knees, so soft knees. And we're going to twist, opening the arms. So left hand down, lift the right arm up. And you can bend the left knee if that assists with the twisting. Or try and then straighten both legs, lengthen both arms. Press down through the left hand, widen the collarbones. Draw that right shoulder back more than the wrist. Okay. And releasing on the right, bring the right hand down and twist to the left side. Open the left arm and draw that left shoulder back so the armpit's very hollow. You don't have the case where the shoulder pokes forward and the wrist is trying to go back too far. Keep the wrist a little bit in front of the shoulder. And press down more through the right hand. If you need to, go ahead, bend the right knee. Gives you more room to open the heart. Or gradually straighten the legs and keep opening the chest. When you're ready, release. Bring the left hand down. Okay. Now, I'm going to demonstrate triangle pose. Okay, so I guess you'll see it better this way. All right, so for triangle pose, take a wide stance. You're facing the chair seat, and then you're going to turn the left toes out. So left toes turn away. And need my chair up near the left foot a little more, and press the left hand into the chair seat and reach the right arm up over the shoulder for triangle pose. Okay. So another twisting in the torso. This time the left toes turned out. Then we'll release, inhale, come up, and turn the left toes in, turn the right toes out. And now my chair needs to be beside the right knee, so I can put the right hand on the chair seat and lift the left arm up. And looking up, now squeeze the kneecaps, lift up, and open the chest. Use the pressure of the right hand pushing down into the chair seat to really root down and give you more spaciousness in the chest. And now release and come up. We'll lift up and use the chair seat once again to sit. So we'll put one thigh on the seat. Okay, so for warrior two, sit on the front edge of the seat and then pivot to the right. So just the right thigh is on the front of the chair. Then step the left foot back, and depending on the height of your chair, you may have that left foot out to the side a little bit. That doesn't matter. Just try and bring the left heel back as far as you can with that left leg straight. And warrior two, open the arm, shoulder height. And the nice thing with the chair is you can really start to perfect your alignment and keeping the shoulders centered over the hips, rolling the head of the arm bones up and back. You can try turning the palms face up to really settle the shoulder blades into the back. Draw the navel to the spine and gaze over the right fingertips. Press the palms down against an imaginary surface, right? So it lifts the armpits up. Okay, so from our warrior, now let's reverse. Lift the right palm up. Let the left hand drop to the back leg. Good. That's right. Gazing up, arching back. And then taking the right elbow down to the knee for side angle. The left arm reaching up and forward. And press down through that right forearm. Don't let your shoulder get collapsed here against the neck. Push down through the right forearm and you've widened the chest. Maintain muscular energy in the legs, even though they're not what's responsible for keeping you up. They're still working, still pressing the soles of the feet down. Good. Release the left arm. Spin up on the ball of the back foot. Turn towards the side of your chair. And twist. So you can put the right hand on the back of the chair. You can twist, look back over the right shoulder. Another option is that revolve side angle. Cross the left elbow over the right knee, or put the left fingertips on the floor and twist the right arm open. And gaze up towards the right thumb. The other option with the elbow, you can make a fist with the left hand and press the palm of the right hand against that fist to again expand across the chest. And when you're ready, release your revolved side angle and turn the other direction on your chair. So the left thigh is supported by the chair seat. Walk the right foot back a good way. So the right toes are turned to the side. Okay. You feel you can stretch out the back leg, open the arms. Warrior two. Inhale, get tall through the spine, and exhale, press the soles of the feet down, engage muscles of the legs, the inner thighs, as though you were standing, but it's a lot easier. You can enjoy aspects of the pose that maybe you didn't have time to pay attention to before. Now reverse your warrior, lift the left palm up, drop the right hand to the back leg. Keep lifting up out of the waist so you're not collapsing on that back hip. And bring the left elbow down to the left knee, the right arm up and forward. Good. Press down through the left elbow, lift up through the right shoulder, draw the right armpit back, the right shoulder blade down and in, and press the feet firmly into the mat. Inhale, expand through the heart, and exhale, engage through the core of the pelvis. And when you're finished, release that arm down and spin up on the ball of the back foot. Revolve side angle. You can start with the hands on the back of the chair, rolling the shoulders up and back. As you pull the navel in, the twist comes from the core and not from the pulling of the arms. A deeper twist may be to cross that right elbow over that knee and make a fist with the right hand, cup the left hand over. Press down through the left hand, press down through the back foot, engage muscular energy. And use breath to stay present. Stay connected to your feelings and feelings of others. Empathy is a sign of emotional intelligence, and you're smart people. And releasing this twist, we'll come up and sit straight. Where are we? Up to the chair back. Come up to stand and use the back of the chair now for balance. So I have the back of the chair towards me, and I'm ready to balance in Warrior 3. Yep. So I'm going to have my hands on the chair back, and I'm balanced on the left leg to start. Lift the right leg and lean forward. The hands are helping support and balance you, so you can focus more on the alignment of the hips and spiral the outer right hip down, the inner right thigh up, and extend and press back through the ball of the right foot so you straighten the right knee. And isn't this fun? Maybe you want to walk your hands down to the seat so you can lift the back leg up higher. Or maybe you don't want to use the chair and try without one hand on the chair and you don't have as much support. Try it without any hands on the chair, and it's all you. And then rest when you're finished. Both feet down. Shoulders up and back. Nice relaxing breath. We'll come back on the other side. Balance on the right leg. Hold the chair back and step the left foot back. Lift the left leg up. Inhale, lift up through the inner thigh, and exhale, press out through the sole of the foot. Try and straighten the knee. If you want to lift the leg higher, walk your hands down to the chair seat and lift the back leg more, but don't let the toes turn out or the hip lift up. I'm going to keep the hips level. Maybe you try with only one hand on the seat. More, both hands off the seat. And when you're done, just rest the left foot down next to the right. And we're standing close to the back of the chair. And when you're ready, lift the right knee, bend the right knee, and hold the right ankle with the right hand. So you have balance with the back of the chair coming into your dancer pose. A dancer, you can move forward with the heart, kick the back heel up. Over a series of breaths, you might bring the front hand down to the seat, kick the back knee higher. Or once again, if you don't feel you need the chair for balance, practice without touching the chair. And when you're finished, you can rest the right foot down next to the left. Let go of any of that angst, and we'll balance on the right leg. Bend the left knee, slide the left hand down to the ankle, and then draw the left knee into the midline. You can stay upright, get good stretch in the quadricep. or start to bend forward, lifting the back knee higher. And eventually, good, glad I had my chair, walking the right hand down to the seat. Keep a little micro bend in that right knee, so you're not locking the knee out. And if you want to try without the support of the chair, just let it go. And when you're ready, release the left foot down, stretch both arms up. Draw the navel in and lengthen the tailbone to the earth, the back of the thumbs to the sky. And breathe into the back of the ribs, into the kidneys. Being aware of the back side of the body as much as the front. And lower the arms. Where are we going? 2. Turn the chair to face you. And kneel down in front of the chair. And we'll place the elbows or forearms. Put the forearms, elbows on the seat of the chair. And walk the knees back a little bit so the knees are under the hips. And we're going to bend forward, another L shape here with the spine. So draw the navel up and in. And if you like, just lift the hands up, make prayer hands, and press the backs of the elbows down. So prayer is an offering, making an offering of empathetic joy, or mudita, to all those virtuous students that are graduating, everyone who has worked hard to achieve something meaningful and worthwhile. We share in their joy of accomplishment, and fulfillment, and happiness. Making this all an offering. We can then release and sit on the mat, facing the chair. All right. And widen the legs to the outside of the chair. Get as close as you need to the chair in order to be able to rest your elbows on the chair. And leaning the lower back forward so you're not collapsing in the chest or rounding in the lower back. So keeping this length in the front of the body. Reach up, out, and over the hips. And over a series of breaths, you may be able to even rest your forehead on the front of the chair. Maybe that's not comfortable. You have a hand there to soften. Or you need to go deeper, so you're just going to keep sliding the chair out, holding on to whatever height works for you, and breathing your way forward. Inhale, lifting the armpits, lifting the back of the neck, and exhale, pressing the backs of the thighs down so you can root into the earth. Maintain that connection. And finally release and inhale, lift all the way up. Very good. Good. Bring the legs together. If you can, slide the legs through the chair legs And come into the same forward bend, but this time with the legs closer together. The wider the legs are, generally the easier it is to fold forward. So you can start with hip distance apart and gradually work them until their inner edges of the feet are touching. And over a series of breaths, use the chair to keep the length in the spine, the ease and empathy flowing as you continue to stretch the lower back. Inhale to the back of the neck, the back of the shoulders. And exhale, draw navel to spine. Hug muscles to the bone. And the kneecap strong. When you're finished, release and lift the back up. And yeah, we're not going to do that. We're going to put our feet on the chair. So to get your feet on the chair, maybe slide the buttocks in a little closer. And then even closer still. And get the arches of your feet or the balls of the feet on the chair seat. Now some people can even hold the front legs of the chair with their hands, and that's not going to work on mine. So I'm just going to really, don't worry about the holding the hands. Press the feet down against the chair to lift the hips up. And roll the shoulder blades under the back, clasp the hands underneath, and use the chair for this lifted bridge pose. And stay there, or try even lifting one leg up. And then release that side if you're doing it, and lift the other leg up. And then release the hands, and lower the buttocks down. It's kind of sliding back, so I'm going to bring the chair up close to the buttocks and let the backs of the calves just rest on the chair seat. Like Shavasana, but we're not. Let's see. Yeah. All right, so looking at the time, I think this could be Shavasana. Just opening the palms face up and adjusting the spine so the back is long, the neck is straight, the shoulder blades flat underneath the back. And you have a chance to really breathe deeply. Inhale, take a deep breath in, fill the lungs. And exhale, slowly let it all out. Just keep resting there comfortably on your back. Relaxing, breathing. If your feet are not comfortable on the chair and you prefer to have them flat on the ground, you can readjust so that you're really happy with your Shavasana. It's exactly what you want and need. I always like to look for quotes about the themes that I'm choosing. And Imam Ali Garor al-Hikam said, the cause of enmity is a lack of empathy. The cause of enmity is a lack of empathy. Brene Brown said, if we can share our story with someone who responds with empathy and understanding, shame can't survive. John Connolly said, there is a nobility in compassion, a beauty in empathy, and a grace in forgiveness. Nobility in compassion, beauty in empathy, and grace in forgiveness. And Derek Bell said, education leads to enlightenment. Enlightenment opens the way to empathy, and empathy foreshadows reform. And continue resting, breathing, and relaxing, because you've earned that. This is the time you've set aside for yourself, for your own physical and mental well-being. And an important part of your well-being is the amount of rest you get. The physical rest, when you relax and sleep, and the mental rest, when you just let your mental faculties relax, the mental effort, have a little mental vacation, and just let your mind drift, dream, and float happily, empathetically sharing the joy of the virtuous without resentment or jealousy. You're a good person. You treat others with kindness and respect. And this opens the door to empathy. Begin to deepen your breath and restore some movement to your body, awaken the muscles, and gradually turn over onto your side. And however you want to sit, on the floor or on your chair, coming back to a seated position that serves you. I'm really happy that we could all be joining together this morning for our practice. Thank you for being here. Bless you for your presence. Namaste. Have a great day.